This is Paul for Redneck Sports. I believe that everybody should win in life, or at least attempt to. The first three maxims of General Robert Neyland's game maxims, I believe apply to everybody. The team that makes the fewest mistakes will win. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. If at first the game or the breaks go against you, don't let up. Put on more steam. Welcome to the channel. Now let's discuss some sports. Like, subscribe, comment. Show what your opinion is. Let me know if you like what you've seen. And I thank you for your support. So explain to me why the World Anti-Doping Agency and Chinese officials and the Chinese doping officials both continue to not tell when the Chinese are doping. You know, if it happened in America, oh, it's a big deal. The few athletes that do it here in the U.S., that's a big deal. But China, oh, that's just old hat. Now, mind you, it's primarily the swimmers, but I want to know because they just won a whole bunch of medals in the marathon swimming. I'm wanting to know what in the world is, were they tested? There's a reason why the U.S. government is wanting to be able to have some control over this because this is hurting our athletes. This is getting ridiculous. So let's talk about it a little bit. I am literally sitting here watching the heats for the women's 200 meter fly stroke. Now, and I'm also reading this. Oh, pardon me, it's a butterfly. I'm sitting here looking at that. And I finally decided to make this video. You've got so many of these Chinese athletes. The latest time that they've admitted to, is that there's another Chinese doping scandal dumped right on the pool deck. This is what was said in Yahoo. Two more swimmers from China tested positive for anabolic steroids in late 2022, but were cleared after officials decided to blame contaminated meat from hamburgers the swimmers apparently ate. This is no joke. Now, thank you. One of the swimmers is Tang Muhan. She was supposed to swim against Katie Ledecky and her U.S. teammates, but it didn't matter this time around. But look at it like this. They've won medals in marathon swimming. Thankfully, they haven't been able to do much in the way of damage in regular swimming that you see on there. You know, the 100 meter, 200 meter, 400, the 800, and the 1500. You haven't seen that, thankfully. But they're complaining about this. Literally, I'm watching the Olympics. I'm watching the swimmers. It was the men swimming, and somebody brought up that they were asking the Chinese. They asked one of the Chinese swimmers, "Hey, you've got to do all this extra testing. How do you feel about that?" I don't care how he feels. You want to know why? For the simple fact of that they're doping. It's known. Their own doping agency and the World Doping Agency is covering it up. They're blaming, contaminated meat. Really? Thankfully this year they've got medals, but it isn't something that they've been doping in. But it still makes you wonder at the times that they are doing something that they could be doped in. This is getting idiotic. And this is sounding like the German, the East Germans, the Russians, all the Eastern Bloc back in the day. But hey, who cares? It's China. We've got to make them happy. Now, do I think that the U.S. government, who itself has, no matter who's in charge, is known to be idiotic half the time, actually most of the time, do I think that they should be able to investigate any doping claims, no matter what country it is, with this new legislation that they're asking for? No. But you want to know what I want to see? The World Anti-Doping Agency actually doing their job. Not saying, oh, well, it was contaminated food or this or that. China does so much for us, we can't. No. We need to put it out there that no matter who it is, we're not going to allow it. We don't allow it in the U.S. We're willing to ostracize those athletes that do stupid things here in the United States. So if we're willing to do this to our own people, don't you think that we want to see it done to other countries? No, I don't want to see Congress pass a law saying that we can investigate anybody. Why? Because we're the U.S. We're not the world's police force. That's not our job. But the organization that's supposed to do this needs to do it. Our media, our sports media. Oh, wait a minute here. I'm watching a heat and 2 Chinese in the 200 butterfly female athletes just knocked out people from, they came in first and fourth. So that means they knocked out people from going into the semifinals. This is what's going on right now. We need to stop kowtowing to the Chinese. We need to start paying attention to what's going on out there and stop allowing this to happen. People go, well, it's just athletics. Yeah, that's the thing. This is for country pride right here. Now, my dumb self, when I was younger, barely understood that the fencing in the Olympics wasn't putting poles in the ground and running wire between them. I'm well aware now that it isn't that. I'm well aware that the running that they do on there is far more involved than making sure you don't get shot for rolling somebody's yard or cow tipping in somebody's field or something like that. Just as I'm also aware that you ain't supposed to lie to everybody. You ain't supposed to allow this to happen. We need to stop this. But there ain't a lot that we can do. But I will let you go. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.